Good afternoon, everybody. This is V, and I just wanted to show you the kale patch. Don't they look so naked? Um, this one was actually starting to bud like it was going to go to seed, kind of like these are right here. And so I cut its little head off, and I cut most of the giant, the bigger branches off, and it's already starting to get side shoots. I just did this, so the side shoots were already there. Cut its little head off. I cut this one, a good 6 or 7 inches off of there, because as you can see, all the new stuff is starting right here. This one already has new growth coming out the sides here, and I wanted that to happen down here for this one, so I'm hoping that'll work. This one was also starting to go to seed, so I cut its head off, left the side shoots. There's some little growth here. I'm hoping this will help it branch out and get some side growth. This one already had some side growth coming in. Now this one was the one that was, it literally, when I put it in there, was all the way over here. So I made it a little, I actually got this idea from Cosmic Cultivators. They grow melons and hammocks, and I figured, why can't I strap up a giant kale plant with a hammock? Not really a hammock, it's more like a sling. But I cut a lot of the older growth off, and of course we're going to weigh that because we're going to eat it. I am going to let this one go ahead and go to seed because I want the seeds. So I cut the side shoots off, and yes, it'll make them a little more bitter, taste more like a collard instead of a sweet kale, but whatever. So that's what we got going on with these 4 plants here. They all just got a haircut. And I do have the bigger one that I'm going to continue going to seed here. See? I'm going to continue letting that do that. As you can tell, I cut this part off here. And after this goes to seed, I'm going to cut it off right here, and it'll put out more side shoots. Okay, so that's all I had to say about that. That's how you top off your kale to get it to grow more bush side growth there, and to keep it from going to seed, unless of course you want it to go to seed, which I do with these other 2 plants that I left their little heads off. Right there. That's what it looks like when it's going to seed. It's starting to flower. And like I said, I cut this one off because this is really where all the growth was. Right in here, and then there was some growth up top, but there was mostly right there. So that's what I did. That's how you top off your kale. Now, usually I would do this in earlier in the winter, or in the end of summer, beginning of fall. But these were actually in our community garden, and I think they're going to do really good, because there's still, I still have like 4 weeks before my last frost date, so I think they'll be all right, and they've got quite a bit of growth already, so I think we're going to be okay. It's already coming in on the side, so that's what you do. You cut their little heads off. See, that one even still has some flowers on it right there. And you cut the giant, bigger branches down. This is how you harvest them, from the bottom to the top. And then you cut their little heads off, unless you want them to flower and go to seed. So that one's got its head cut off. That one has its top cut off. That sounds horrible. Its head cut off. And hopefully that will help somebody. Maybe not right now. My situation was a little bizarre with these kales because I uprooted them from the community garden to save them. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to get some amendments. You see all those leaves I left? I left those on purpose. I put some compost in there next to that one, and that started helping it, do a lot better than it was. And I'm going to come out here a little later tonight, and I am going to water this. with some fertilizer and get these things bulked back up and doing good. All right, y'all have a great day. Bye.